Oh, chubbicorn.
Hello, I'm Mistersaintamant, and today I'm going to show you how to draw a medieval cottage. So we're going to start off with 3 lines, 3 vertical lines. One in the middle is going to be the lowest, and then the 2 on the outside are going to be at the same height. So we're drawing a cube basically. And we'll connect the bottom of the lines and also connect the top, even though in the final drawing those top lines won't be seen, so draw lightly. Now I'm drawing the pitch of the roof. This is going to be a thatched roof. And make sure that all of your lines are consistent, so your diagonals, see how I'm taking my pencil and lining up my diagonals? It's kind of eyeballing it, but you want to make sure they all line up because we're drawing what's called an isometric angle. Now the thickness of the roof, you can see the front there. So the thatch of grass is going to make up the roof. And here's the door, so it's parallel to the sides, so the vertical lines. And then the top line is parallel to the bottom, and there's that little inset line that creates the thickness of the wall before the door is reached. And then we have our window next to the door with the same little line that goes diagonal there, just to again show the thickness of the wall. Then I will draw a longer window on the side of the house. So if you're drawing this for the wizard project for my class, then this would be a good service window. Like if your wizard were to sell potions or some other magical items, they could have a little shelf that comes out from that window. Okay, we'll also have an overhang of thatch that goes over the front door and window to protect people coming and going and to avoid getting water into the house. And then above that thatch, we'll have a second story. So I'll draw another window here that looks out. So it's kind of like a loft bedroom. And I'm using that same little angle. You can see that I did for all the windows and the door, the thickness to show the thickness of the walls. I'm also going to add another window coming out of the side of the roof. I know there's an architectural term for this. I think it's like a canopy or something. I'm not sure what this is called, but it comes out from the roof, and we have the same, a little bit less thick of thatch. You can see it's a little narrower. And then I'm drawing the front of it, and then where it reaches the bottom. And then this will be a custom window. Now the upper floor of this cottage, I would plan on making it wood, while the first floor is going to be made of stone. And so the wood is a lot lighter in construction, so you wouldn't need the supports that stone requires. And also the stone is stronger, so the stone would support the lightness of the wood. And then I'll cut out the back of the roof for a chimney. So I planned out the cut. You can see it's the same sloping angle, or the little round hump of the top of the roof, and then a cubic shape that will create the chimney. Alright, so we're all done with the rough draft, so hopefully you've drawn very lightly, because now I'll go over it with pencil. I'm using a Tombow pencil. It's a really nice smooth lead, and I'm going to add the details of the thatch. So you can see how it's kind of an old looking thatch. It's been on the roof for a long time. You can see it's kind of frayed on the ends. And then I'm drawing some overlapping lines to show that the thatch along the center beam is just going to overlap. Then we have some lines coming out where the little window protrudes. And then again, there's that little extra, it's like not like quite a windowsill, I guess it is a windowsill, inside of the frame of the window there. And then the wood frame there that separates the panes of glass. I'll go ahead and draw the rough shape of the chimney. And this chimney will be made of brick. So there are 3 design elements, 3 building materials used for this. We have stone, wood, and brick. Now I know that's probably not historically accurate, but it looks cool, so we'll go with that. It's more of a fantasy cottage anyway. Alright, so there is the thickness, the end of the thatch. You can see how I'm drawing 2 lines, and that's because the thatch is cut off there. That's just the end we're looking into. And then you notice I'm tracing over the lines with not a straight line. No, there will be no straight lines on the bottom stone part of this house, the first floor. It's all made of layered stones. This is a drawing that I've done over the past few years for this wizard project that my 6th graders do. And this is just one idea of a medieval cottage that they could customize to create a house for their wizard. So that's the motivation behind this video. And then you see I have a wood frame around that upper window. And then the other side of the thatch. Now the roof comes out. You can see I have a little line there, a diagonal line that's straight. And that's because the roof thatch comes out on that side. We're seeing the underside of the roof. So here's our overhang for the front door and window. I'm gonna draw the edges of the thatch there. Just some textural lines all around. And then those rugged lines to represent the roundness of the stone for the window frame and the door. Of that side of the roof, making sure that it aligns with the other side so it doesn't look shorter or longer than the other side there. Now for some surface texture, so I'm adding stones, and I would encourage you not to draw stones for every bit of the surface. You want to have some areas that are left to the imagination, so like maybe there's some type of plaster that was put over the stones and only some of the stones are visible, or some of the stones are light colored and so you don't see the outline of them. But I'm just choosing some random areas to draw the different sizes of stones that make up the bottom floor. And then here's the wooden doorknob. And then continuing on with the stone texture. And then some reflections in the glass. And we are pretty much done. Oh yeah, we have the steps. So we have a little slab of, maybe that's just a flat stone for the threshold of the door, and then some stepping stones. So if it gets rainy, if it's muddy, people can step up to the door without getting their shoes muddy. And then the last thing we'll do is just add the bricks, a little bit of brick texture. These could also be stones, I guess, too. If I colored them, gray, they could be like more of a finely chiseled stone. And we're all set. So thanks for watching.